All right, guys, we're back again. This time, I'm going to go through some of the fireworks that we've gotten during different visits to the stores with the kids. If you've not seen or if it hasn't come out yet, we've been going and doing little trips with the kids and trying to get them excited about fireworks. So some of the stuff you've already seen, but we're going to try to go and get some of the new stuff. So this I mentioned earlier. So this is a pack of those zips that just fly into the air really quickly. Everyone likes making the sound, but it goes zzz. It's kind of like your ground bloom flower, but a lot smaller, and it darts into the air. So you'll see it under all sorts of different names: zippers, zips, darts, mosquitoes. The different brands, different names. So with this one, it was really cool. You get 36 pieces. That means you get 6 packs of 6 for $5. So that was a really good deal. The kids like those, and so we grabbed some of them. This we kind of got for the name, because it's the plastic toy. But this is just your Batmobile. I think this was like $5. So $5 for a plastic toy that you can reuse is always a good deal with my kids, and so we've already lit off a couple of them, and then we got some more. These are spinning fireballs. I've seen videos of these. I don't know what we actually ended up spending for it, but these are the small version. They have a medium and a large, and basically they will spin on the ground and then pop up a little bit and then continue to spin. So these were fairly inexpensive, and I thought that would be something really fun for the kids. So we pointed it out to them, and they said that they were interested. This is Panda Acrobatic. Comes in 2 pieces. I don't see a price. But what these do, if you're not familiar with them, so you get these 2 little pieces. These are the newer ones, so they're probably not going to be as good. But it lights the fuse. It comes across. You get 2 little fuses here. Not 2 little fuses, 2 little fountains here. And then this fuse comes down, and that will ignite that bottom part of the Panda, and the Panda is supposed to spin around. The majority of the time, it doesn't work. When it does work, it's pretty cool. I forget what they were, but again, so we were doing the kids get to earn their money and pick out fireworks. This is something that they have seen videos of with me on other channels, and they wanted to try it in person. So I think you could have bought it individually. For me, if you can get the pack, always get the pack, especially with the firework that frequently does not work. Better to get multiple. It gives you better odds that it's going to work. Killer Bees, classic. This one is made by Red Lantern. If you can find these, highly recommend them. You get more bees. The fountain lasts longer. It's louder. This was supposed to be for the kids, but this is very much good for adults as well. We bought a few of those. Black snakes. The kids, as I'm sure your kids, they love these. You will not be seeing this in the future. These are down to 1 of these in a pack. Pretty soon it'll be even less. You light the one little thing, you light it directly with the flame, and it has a little snake come out of it. Or you can light the whole pack, and then you have a bunch of snakes. They have something similar. It's called like Den of Snakes, and we have that for the kids as well. It looks like my battery is dead, so we will have to come back to this later if I'm still going. Or maybe I'll just keep going and see if I can get through this bag. So these little spinners are also great. You light this, it spins, makes a really loud noise with color, and darts into the air. Great options if you can find them. These are kind of like your ground bloom flowers for $1. This is a great price. You light it and it will spin as a top, and it will continue to spin after the firework is done. Those are fantastic. If you can find these are a steal. The Naughty Boys, they come in all sorts of different options. It'll look just like this. It is basically a 2-minute crackle pod that completely burns up and cleans up after itself when it's done. We got these clearanced for 33 cents. You can't beat it. Those are fantastic. My daughter loves the crackling whip. It'll come under all sorts of names. Looks like this. You basically get a strand of firecrackers that are kid friendly. So it lights the fuse. There's little crackles along in here, but it's just really light. These will end up being probably $1 for 6 or 12 of them. Sometimes you'll see it up to $3 because fuse is getting more expensive. For a safe and sane state, or if you have kids that have auditory issues, these are fantastic. I like to use these to lead up to a fuse or to become a fuse for fireworks in certain cases, like if something hasn't gone off and there's enough space in between to light it off safely, which in the other video I said don't do, but if you know what you're doing, this can be a fun way to do that safely if there's enough space and you don't want to lose a big cake and you don't want to take it apart and rebuild it, which later. But those are fun for her. We have a couple of these. I would not recommend these at all. We bought a whole bunch of them and now we're stuck with them till they're gone. They did not work out very well. Basically, it's just a firecracker in here that you're spending way more on, except the concrete that they use around it is too stiff, and so I've lit these off next to Kong crackers, and the Kong crackers sometimes are louder even with the extra compactness. We have ground bloom flowers. This is a zoomer. It does not have a report. It's just just a large ground spinner, but it's basically an XL ground bloom. So it spins, has the colors. We bought a couple packs of those, and they really like those. We have a whole bunch of repeats of those. In one of the earlier videos, we talked about my kids picking out the 4-pack of the tanks. That was $8. You saw that one from the other store was $4 for just one of them. Different brand, but it's the same toy. Like they're all coming out of the same factories. You can even see the sticker that they just put over it. It's all the same. It's all the same thing. Again, my kids love the plastic toys. So Top Speed is a big plastic car. I'm pretty sure this one just has jets in the back and just shoots forward, and that's all it does. So you really are paying for the plastic car. But $5 for a plastic toy, they're going to use this. They're going to use this car outside playing around for years. Then I don't have to yell at them for taking their good toys and taking them outside. And we get to see a car go really fast outside. Not a great deal, but not terrible either. We have tons of smoke. We buy it wholesale. But plastic ball, my kids love the smoke anyway, so this will be, we can compare this maybe to one of the smokes that we have. I don't know how much comparison or demos I'll be doing on this because a lot of this is for the kids. We like to keep them out of the videos. But they picked this out. I don't know how much it was. I can't remember, but I don't think it was that crazy. We have a ton of the aerial spinners, but I've never lit this one off. I've seen it. I've heard tons of people that have terrible luck with it, but it's a classic that I've never lit off. Look for these carefully if you light them, and this actually says up. Frequently, people have issues because they put it down and then it spins down and doesn't do anything. So anytime you have an aerial spinner, make sure that you read the label, and that will help you to make sure that you've got it going the right direction and your firework performs properly. The Silly Chicken, I don't know how many of them they've picked out as we've gone to different stores, but they keep picking them out. King of Spin, I think I've seen a video for this, but you can tell just, if you know fireworks, you can tell just by the wrap here. So this is gonna quick fuse, light all of these different igniters here, and this sucker is just gonna spin really fast. So the kids picked it out, I get to enjoy. It's a win-win situation. We have a Whistling Crazy Sticks by Mad Hornets. So one of the benefits of shopping at Shelton is usually expensive, but they're all over the place, so it's kind of hard not to be at least in the near proximity of one. But you can buy individuals instead of having to buy a whole pack. So I forget how much this cost us. We bought it early in the season, so everything was cheaper. But I want to say this was maybe $1 or $2, which is probably expensive for a Roman candle, but it's something unique. It's something different that they could get a try. And then if we like it, then we can go buy it next year and buy more of them and get it cheaper. So it works for me. This is Smile a While by Brothers Pyrotechnics that they picked out. This is actually a really long fountain. I think it was like $5. The lights glow at the end of it. And so for a duration fountain that you're not buying wholesale, $5 is super cheap. So we went ahead and grabbed that. My son picked that out. You can see this is also by Brothers Pyrotechnics. This was $2.50, the Hula Girl. This is a classic that I have not lit off. So I've heard about it, I've seen videos of it, but I've never lit it off. So he picked it out on his own. I was super excited because I wanted to pick it out so I can see it in person. So that was a win-win for us. They always want to buy this. They had their own money from earning the money for fireworks. This is just a silly, like it's that little fountain in there, and that's it. But it looks like a frog. Every brand has it. Does the same thing. Sometimes at the end you'll have a little poof and the frog will jump, but typically it just sits there. Sometimes it doesn't work at all because this type of firework is hard to keep out of the humidity because it's just sitting there with all of the space around it. So I definitely do not recommend getting this, but the kids like it. And as we were talking about in earlier videos, having the kids be interested and getting involved is always a win. Large camellia flowers, I think this, $1. So not bad. These are just little spinners. You can kind of see the fuse wrapping around it. So the fuse lights and it just spins. I've heard that you can just take fuse and wrap it in a circle and it'll spin on its own. So I will be trying that at some point. These are not plastic, but my son, boy, he's hoping that these fly off. I've seen several videos. They do not. He doesn't believe me, so we're going to try it. And then he can see it for himself. But again, $5, you get 2 instead of 1, but you don't get to keep it. But he was really excited about these. And so, again, like the last video, trying to make sure that the kids are excited and stay a part of it. He saw this 90-cent teapot. He thought it was really cool that it's in the shape of a teapot. It's going to come out, and then you can see the red there. So I'm pretty sure something is going to spray out of the spout there too. Even if it's a short lived firework, 90 cents for 2 fountains, basically. That's worth it. I had never seen this before, but I'm pretty sure you're going to hang this from a tree or from something and light the fuse, and you're going to have some sort of a bird cage pop out of it. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work out. It looked like an older firework. My son was interested. They had them in like 6 or 12 packs. But he just wanted to try one, and then if we like it, we can try it again. And then I don't see one out here yet, and so as almost every firework trip ends up, there's at least one just standard tank that someone has got to pick out, and so we let them do that so they can keep having fun. I think I showed these in the last one, but there are your Dizzy lilies or whatever. They have all sorts of different names for these. I think some of them are darts. Oh, they're right there. So we grabbed, I can't remember if we grabbed 2 or 3, but we grabbed some of these. These are great. And then these were like $5 at the store that we went to, and I've seen these way more. And we had issues at the cash register, and so they actually threw one in for the kids, which was really nice of them. So we were really excited to get some of those. We saw it, and at first, most of these fountains that I've been showing you, or that you see, they have all the marketing, and I do marketing, so I get it. But it's just one fountain coming out here. In this case, it's not. In this case, you actually have multiple fountains. I don't want to break it, but you have, trust me, you have multiple fountains coming out of this firework, because we left the store and I said, I'm surprised you guys didn't pick that out. And they were like, well, we really wanted it. I was like, well, you should have picked it out. We went back to the store, which was a 6-hour drive. There were other things we wanted too, but we drove back and they still didn't pick it out because they had found a bunch of this other good stuff. And I was just shocked silly that they didn't pick these out. And as we were leaving, we had lots of issues with the cash register. They were trying a new system, and then they decided that they were going to throw these in. So we got 4 of these for free. 4 kids, each one of them got one. The kids were super excited. I was excited because I want to see it live anyway, but not enough that I was going to spend $5, which would have been stupid if I hadn't done it, but that's just the way my brain works. So they got them for free. They were super excited. I'm super excited. We have 4 of these, so I'm guessing at least one of these I will be able to demo on the channel. So hopefully that builds up some excitement for you. If you see these, from what I've seen, these are a fantastic handheld fountain that has multiple effects. So 43 seconds then there you go. See, it sprays out 3 different directions. I'll try to get the glare out. So well worth it. If we hadn't already gone way over budget, I would spend probably $10 on this compared to, you think this one is an on the ground fountain that I can't remember exactly, maybe lasts a minute and a half. Handheld fountain, there's just something about that for the kids that are old enough. But even you holding a fountain in your hand and it going off, the novelty of it is really exciting for them. So that is probably all for demos. I do have, or for unboxings, I have an unboxing coming up. I hope. It's not going to come for a while. So I was talking with one of the fireworks stores that we go to regularly, and I asked him if he would put a $100 box together. I said he can do bummed bruises, damaged fireworks, but I told him to focus on an age range from 3 to 10 and to include a pack of strobe rockets because I've only seen one conforming strobe rocket and it didn't have the screech at the end. It only had the beginning portion, and these ones are conforming, but they're supposed to have the beginning sound, the ending sound, and not a great break, but a decent break, especially for conforming. Most of the places out there are selling 2 rockets for $35, $40, $50, and he's selling them for $20 for 2. So to be able to try the strobe rocket and have the full effect minus the big non-consumer ending, I really wanted to make sure to get those in. And we've already spent a bunch of money with him as well. But I thought this would be a fun mystery unboxing to do something like this, but Some of the stuff I've forgotten, but most of this I remember us buying. So to be able to do an unboxing together where I have no idea what's inside and we get to go through it together and figure out what did we get for $100? Did he give us a good deal? What do you guys think? So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the new content. Hope you're enjoying the demos. I'm in an area where fireworks are not legal year round, so I kind of have to try to make sure that I'm going to demos, other people's demos, and getting videos of that. And when I shoot, I have content that's gonna work for a while. Before this point, all my videos have just been my fireworks shows shot by other people once or twice a year. So I'm excited to get new content out, and I hope that I can keep doing it with your support. So like and subscribe, and my battery has been telling me it's going to die for the last 5-10 minutes.